So nice of you. First of all, at the outset, the time is only 1 hour, and I'll try to do the best within that.
Sir, it is 10:20 now. You can take up to 10:15, sir. 5 minutes will be for discussion.
Okay,
Up
so
to 10:15 you can.
up to 11:15 you mean?
Thank you.
11:15.
Sorry, sir. 11:15.
Yeah, be careful. Okay. Okay, friends, very quickly we'll go, and I sincerely thank Dr. Madhu Prasad. He is my classmate, Professor Madhu Prasad and me. We were there together, and then he joined the university. I am here. So thank you, Dr. Madhu and Banu and all that. Okay, very quickly we go. See, everybody knows about vitamin D, vitamin A, and so many things. But how do we sensitize the extension workers? Yeah, Professor Madhu, yeah. Sincere thanks. And Professor Madhu is my classmate. So we had many beautiful days. And I still remember recently I was in GKVK for delivering a lecture on the summer school, winter school. So I met him during lunchtime, and it was a great feeling. So thanks a lot, Madhu. We'll again meet. Yeah. Okay, so nice, Madhu. Yeah. So finally, friends, see, whatever said and done. See, right now, we are undergoing orientation for natural farming from Manage, and I am one of the national facilitators for Manage. I handle their MBA courses. I handle many of their programs. The issue is how to translate a science into a philosophy, and a philosophy into a movement, and a movement into action among the farmers and among the stakeholders. This is the biggest challenge we have in extension. Even the green revolution or the evergreen revolution, or today we talk about linking farmers with markets and then doubling the income. See, all these things may look for you as if it's very easy. It's not easy. It is the extension system which has to, translate all this into reality. See, simply by giving knowledge, nothing happens. See, today everybody gets knowledge by Google, and you ask the 8th standard child, it will Google and tell you where to do it. So even some amount of skills you can see and learn it. You can go to the YouTube and ask how to repair a car, or how to remove a flat tire or a punctured tire. You will get it. But how to change the attitude, how to bring a movement. This is what in extension we are doing. And rightly this particular course, role of EAS, we say Extension Advisory Services. So how to orient these people to bring nutrient-sensitive agriculture and integrate it into the food system. So very quickly we got my address is all here. Okay. Now the field level staff. See, unless you are convinced, how can you convince others? See, many times, myself and Madhu, we are teachers for the past 32 years. See, unless I am aware of the concept, unless I am convinced about the concept, I cannot teach. See, simply by reading a slide, nobody can teach. See, let me tell you. I think Dr. Madhu would have told in his classes. Simply by opening a textbook and standing in front of a student, you cannot teach. First of all, you should know the concept yourself. You should be highly convinced about the concept, and later on you have to deliver it. In teaching, there are steps in teaching. I think somebody would have told you in a class. It is an 8 cost principle: attention, interest, desire, conviction, action, and satisfaction. Unless I bring an attention in the student or in the stakeholders, a desire, a conviction, see, we cannot translate all this into reality. So now in the field level staff, how is that we are going to motivate this field level staff? How to bring the awareness? See, even today, a small gathering of about 20-30 people, it's a big struggle. You cannot bring 30 people like that on their own. See, you'll have to arrange a vehicle, you'll have to arrange their food, logistics, transport, whatnot. So, bringing awareness and bringing conviction among the people and promoting our EAS in nutrition sensitive agriculture is the challenge. So now very quickly we go, whether it is green revolution or any revolution, okay, and today our production is very high. We have nearly 300 million tons of agriculture production, about 232 million tons of horticulture production. Today, even without soil, we can cultivate. We can have a soilless cultivation, aquaponics, okay, cockaponics, and so on. So many concepts are there. Production is not an issue, but whether are people aware to convince? For everything, people say even the milk producers will not give milk to the children because they sell every milk. So it is the purchasing power, it is the access, okay, and then it is the consumption. Just because the supermarkets are filled with fortified and foods, you cannot buy it. You don't have the purchasing power. See, maybe a very rich person in Bangalore with Swiggy, Zomato and all that, or even with Instamart, every day you can keep buying things. But what about the rural areas? So, recently we ran a program. Okay, it was called, how to bring the Nutri Garden into the school midday meal scheme program. I have got an RKBY project on that. 62 lakhs have been sanctioned. So we have tried these experiments. I'll be showing it to you after I finish this. So we went to a village called Nanavinikere, That's where our Dr. Uma comes from, that place. That's in Tiptur actually. It was a high school where the midday meal scheme program is augmented with our Nutri Garden from IIHR. So we are working in collaboration with IIM Bangalore. I will also share the experience. So now 50% of all pregnant women are anemic. Okay, you go to Telangana, I think Sai Dama is here. So whenever you go there, people are highly anemic. They have an edema foot. There will be a lot of swelling in the foot and ankle part of it. So now, how to reduce this and how to make our extension system establish the infrastructure and bring this nutrition intensifications in the society, and then how to convince. That is all we are going to talk about it now. So concept of NSA I am not going to repeat, already everybody knows it. See, obviously the immediate, when you write a problem tree, solution tree, okay, the nutrition security is a function of many factors. Like, first of all, you should have a good intake, your health status should improve, okay, and you should take care. Food security, I told you production is not a problem. See, production is not a problem. And even I can show you, we have a lot of biofortified foods as well. People don't have the purchasing power. Every time they say, okay, locally available materials. I think this Banu would have told you how to improve nutrition with locally available materials. Fine. See, every time you go to a TV channel, they say take barley and oats. Bloody fellows, we don't grow barley and oats in India. So you talk about jawar, ragi and ragi mudde and jolad roti and all those things. See, people, all the, especially the urban class people, they take for jogging and they bring barley from elsewhere and then they do all these things. Every rural area fellows cannot do it. So a nutrition security is built on these underlying causes, and then we'll see how to motivate these people. Now, we're going ahead. Okay, availability of food in the market is one thing. Okay, difficulty in access to markets. Okay, so why these foods are not available in the rural areas, or even if it is available, how to build a market? Who will buy? See, you go to any rural area, all that you get maybe some sugarcane juice, and the outside food eating and this hotel culture, they are all only in Bangalore and big metro cities. They are not there in our villages. So villages, all the things, our children will see only a midday meal scheme program. One meal is given there in the school. So and then night the parents will give it, and it's all locally available materials. So even there also we can do some good job. So I'm just telling you, the extension advisory service providers, they should talk about the supply chains and then how the food safety is all going to be done. So now we will quickly go ahead. How to improve the financial capacities of EAS providers. Okay, what sort of publicity materials we give to them? Will they show film shows, or they will write a poster or such? Today it's all a mobile application. I told you we have developed a mobile app called Arka Vyapar, a direct mobile marketing app. See, today they have also become highly digital savvy, and they have made all these WhatsApp groups and Twitter and all these things. They are using these things, and then the staff mobility is a very big issue. See, if at all if you have to do a farm and home visit, or you have to do a school visit, you have to physically go there. See, everything cannot become online, especially in rural areas, because of the connectivity problem, and people don't have those laptops and they don't have the infrastructure. So reaching the people is also a very big issue. That's what we are telling for the EAS. At the most, mobiles are all available with everyone, and definitely our people are doing a good job. So how to coordinate this mechanism between government, research and our extension services. So very quickly we go with the monitoring and evaluation, which is very critical in the successful implementation. And then what rewards are you going to give to the extension advisory service? Okay, they will promote the Nutri Garden, they will promote the midday meal scheme. Okay, they will augment. But what is the benefits our people get? See, especially young children from 6 months to 23 months, okay, and the overall nutrient adequacy and dietary diversity is not there. Consumption of at least 400 grams of fruits and vegetables we have calculated. That's how in midday meal scheme, we have built. I'll show you that. So then consumption of iron and vitamin A rich food. We have also, this every extension worker should know this. So how to measure this do not harm principle? How to measure these indicators on a farm level? On farm availability, whether availability is there, whether diversity of foods are there, and safety of foods are there. See, for example, a lot of green leafy vegetables, okay, you have amaranthus, palak, they're all high rich in both iron, silica and all that. So we should produce target nutrient rich foods, diversity of crops, not simply talk about barley and some oats which is not available. Then food environment in market, availability and prices of targeted nutrient foods in local markets. So they should be available in the local market. You should not depend on external markets to provide your nutrition. I am telling mostly about the rural areas. So don't think Bangalore alone is one city where all this nutrition has to be addressed. The large malnutrition is there, the kwashiorkor or whatever, marasmus, they are all in the rural areas. They don't have access, they don't have income. We should talk about those areas, how to highlight these people. Okay, now very quickly we go. The extension service providers can play a key role. Okay, then they can enhance food and nutritional security and ensure sustainable foods that promote healthy diets. See, now the healthy diets, whether they are taking adequate fats, okay, vitamins. Okay, see, simple, standing in the sun can give you a lot of vitamin D. So people, we were talking about Surya Namaskar. Without eating food, why can't you tell some of these simple practices? So, three important issues we are going to cover today. One is availability, second one is access, third is utilization. See, there is no Zomato and Swiggy in rural areas. Please understand. Okay, that's all in. See, you cannot order radish or you cannot do anything. You'll have to go to that nearby market, buy it. Okay, even to buy it, you may not have money with you. You don't have. Availability is one part, access is another part, utilization is another part. See, many people in India, we overcook many of the things. All the nutrients may be lost. See, many times, if by eating a raw salad, your nutrients are intact. So, this is what one of the four pillars. The four pillars are availability, access, utilization, and stability. So, continuously it should be available. It is not that only during Sante time, in every Thursday, suppose you have got a shandy on Thursday. But if Guruvara Santal Matra Sigatte, then we cannot wait till Guruvara, every day it should be available. So now very quickly we go. Then promoting backyard vegetable farming or even promoting Nutri-Garden in schools, I will be showing you some of those things. Then we can have various crops. It can be legume mixed with other solanaceous crops. So not only the taste and promotion of biofortified crops. See, now biofortified crops can come through external biofortification or it can come through genetic biofortification. But the genetic biofortification is a bit dangerous. We are asking the breeders not to do those things. So let them enrich with during the cooking time. There also the fortification can occur. Then post-harvest management, handling, storage, transport, marketing. During this time also much of the nutrients is lost. So we want our extension service providers to be sensitive about this. See, some of the backyard vegetable farming, simply they are growing. I'll show you in the school also how it is done. Obviously, this has been covered. So you can have a mix. I'll tell you, in our recent nutrition garden, we have developed 2 acres of land. We have divided 2 acres of land into 4 pieces of half an acre each. In half an acre comes to 20 guntas. See, now we calculated that the rate of 300 grams per child, 300 students are there, so only one meal they will take. So we require about 6 tons of vegetables. So totally. So now in order to grow 6 tons of vegetables, only 10 guntas of land is enough. So we have kept the rest 9 pieces of land ready, and I'll show you in the figure. And we grow various vegetables. Okay, moringa gives vitamin, amaranth, okay, for iron, okay, beans, protein. So like that, we have not only tried to enhance the taste, but also enhance the nutrition. So that's what we have been doing. So then sweet potatoes. See, you get a lot of sweet potatoes. People don't know how to create dish out of it. Okay, cowpea, then pearl millet, obviously ragi and all that, very rich. Okay, wheat, of course, some gluten problems are there. So we should tell that there are so many varieties which are already biofortified and you can grow them in your backyard poultry, backyard garden, and it's not out of place. So now, suppose if you want to get a nutrient, suppose I'll simply tell you about fruits also. See, a mango has to be harvested, a grape has to be harvested. There is a maturity index. Okay, you should know how to harvest it. Okay, and even sometimes when you harvest it before, you don't get the required nutrients. Then pre-cooling to remove field heat. Okay, appropriate handling and cold storage. It cannot have all rotten things. Packaging and safe transport, of course, may not be much in the rural areas. This is for selling. Then value addition to processing to promote sustained availability. See, simple preparation of chutneys, okay, preparation of some dishes where it's a highly, like a salad. You go to a 5-star hotel, how nicely, of course, that's a very labor intensive, but you can do similar things at home. You have to enhance, you have to make the food very nutritious. See, what is that our rural area children eat? Other than mudde and bassaru, they don't eat anything. So you should have other things, make it tastier, so that the absorption of the vitamins also is going to take place. See, why we ask somebody to eat a little bit of fat? Fat means ghee or whatever it is. See, these are many of the vitamins, especially vitamin A, D, E and K. They are all fat soluble vitamins. So the solubility and then the absorption is going to be better. This is what people have to know. So suppose you are having more of vegetables and fruits other than your backyard requirement, you can even sell it, okay, and the nutrient-rich vegetables should get a premium price. This is what we say. We should say that this, nowadays they say this is organic amaranth, this is iron-rich amaranth. This should be sold at a bigger price. So improved linkages to markets also, where to sell it. See, not growing and eating yourself. Home consumption is one part where the access is definitely there. This our extension workers should know. And the excess of that should be able to sell it. So that means there should be a lot of aggregators which our extension advisory service people are going to link them. And just like you have a milk grid, you should have a vegetable grid, and people should be able to pick up and then aggregate and put it in a single market where people will buy. See, otherwise, you cannot search the villages and say that amaranthus is available in Soldevnalli, some other thing is available in some other halli. We cannot go on searching. So, the market should be so established so that you should be all available in a single place. So, thanks to some of the city-oriented Instamarts and all that, see, today online you can pick and choose. Okay, even if some vegetable is over, once upon a time you have to plan for a market, you have to go a weekly market, shandy. Oh my God, today, even if you forget something before 11 o'clock, you can go to the app and then do it. So then, there are some seasonal foods. So obviously, you should be very careful, especially mango comes in the summer season, then grapes will be over by April. Okay, Sitafal may come in the month of Shravana, in the month of August. So like that. So whenever they are available, either you consume it fresh, or you can even process it and keep it. See, what are all these pickles, jams and jellies? See, they are all seasonal foods. When the month of May comes, people will start pickling. See, everybody cannot buy a bottle of pickles, So in Andhra Pradesh and all that, I think the Saikan Dama has joined. So they will keep one full room to make pickles. So this is how, the nutrition is enhanced. So that such local foods also should be encouraged. So, and little income generation to purchase nutrition-rich food if it is not produced by the farmer. So, also our EAA should do it. Then coming to the dietary diversity. See, whether our extension workers really know what are the various diets. See, yesterday I was hearing a speaker. See, even rice means all of you have seen only white rice. You have never seen a red rice which is highly, fortified with vitamins. So nobody knows about nowadays. So there are so many other minor millets which are today not available to either produce or to consume. So, but in the rural area, there is a lot of ITK knowledge where the dietary diversity was there, and that is how we were preparing the food. See, our food is not only anna saru, it may have a chutney, it may have a paisa or whatever. So all those food preparations are based on giving you a balanced diet, a good consumption of both vitamins, fats, minerals. So that is how our food is structured. See, we are not like Americans, simply eat bread and they have constipation problems. So, we eat tamarind. Do you think North Indians will eat tamarind? No. So there are so many such preparations, and all our food, you should be very proud about our ancestors. Our food is going to be more tastier, okay, and it is nicely cooked, and you don't have any problems of infection, and we have a very rich dietary diversity. So nowadays it's coming, haldi mane, tindi mane, and then all those things I keep seeing on the roads. Some ethnic foods are also promoted, and this should be promoted not just for marketing and sales on a highway, but also on a very large scale among the people. This is what our extension service providers should be aware of. If they are aware, they can tell others. Then infant and young child, long ago, I think our Dr. Suresh runs the bakery unit. So even today in GKVK, all the left out cake crumbs and all that, there used to be one Dr. Sheila Madam. She was our nutrition professor. She later was the dean at Tura, Meghalaya. And then she used to prepare that protein balls. And these are all from leftovers. So without wasting these nutrients, you have to prepare. See, for example, I basically ethnically come from North Karnataka. I am a Hubli fellow, very near Balu, so near Andigeri. My ancestral village is there, but I am acclimatized in Bangalore. So there are so many undes, we used to prepare all this very highly proteinaceous foods. And that is how we have all got nutrition. See, we never, when we grew up so much, we have not taken any barley, oats, or had constipation problems like Americans. Simply eating bread and jam, how long you will eat it? So you should preserve your diet. See, even a small mudde, bassaru, kalu, oh my God. See, look at the diversity. But today people, the housewives, Banu is laughing here. So many times they feel, it is a lot of drudgery, who will prepare all this? Okay, you don't prepare, but at least are you aware what foods we can prepare with locally available materials? For example, pundi palya is there. See, pundi is a small plant. See, how many people know how to prepare the dish of pundi? So, it's quite tough. So, awareness is one, putting, yeah.
It's called Gogu, sir.
Gogu, yeah. Gongura, I got it. So, but people do not know. Nowadays, we have got hundreds of varieties in nowadays. Navanakki paisa is there. Oh, I got highly rich in carbohydrate and even vitamins also. We get it. So, but people are not aware. Nowadays is a minor millet. It is only poor man's crop. See, earlier, people have this misnomer that Ragi, Navane, Sajje, they are all poor man's crop. Who told they are poor? Today, the rich diabetic patients like me are buying all that, and it has a very low glycemic index. It does not release the sugar in the blood so fast. So that is what people today are doing. And thanks to our rural areas, at least they are diabetic and blood pressure free. See, all these are rich man's diseases. They are only in cities. They are not in villages because of the dietary habit. So our extension service providers should be aware of this one. Now, water management practice. Some things are grown in Rabi, some things are grown in Kharif, some things are grown in summer. So, through excellent water management practices, alternate cropping with legume vegetables, okay, you can also improve the proteins and other things. And obviously, identifying the local and indigenous food, we have already told you. Then, how to make this, small, simple dehydration of a leafy vegetable. When you have got excess of vegetables, see, Dr. Tiwari, we are from IHR. We have standardized certain techniques. No need of any special dehydration, removing the osmotic things and all that. Simple dehydration, put it in water, you will get the vegetables. Such technologies are available. When it is in excess production, you should be, the extension workers should tell the people how to dehydrate and keep it. So, just like a fish is dried, similarly our vegetables or fruits, all rich in vitamins and minerals, they have to be preserved and dried and kept it. And simply dehydrated, you get it. Okay. So now, how we involve people, I'll share some of the experiences. I'll quickly finish this slide and show you what I have really done practically. So not only the Krishi Vigyan Kendra or the Agriculture University or one Farmers Training Institute, all the people have to be involved. We have to make it as a movement. Just like, today we have got the Bharat Unnat Abhiyan, we have got the Prakritik Krishi, natural farming, okay, all those things, Paramparagat Krishi Abhiyan. Why all these movements are taking place? It is only to highlight that we don't enter that Sri Lanka set of situation. No food, mismanagement. So we want sustainability to come from the bottom up and even from the top approach also through policies and things like that. Okay, now we'll quickly go ahead. We have established demonstration plots. Okay, I will show you that immediately. This is what the extension workers have to do. They should show you how to establish a Nutri garden. I will be showing you that right now. And then they should also have a series of meetings. Okay, I will be telling you all this. So create motivation among the children. So I will very quickly, whatever I have done this here. So I will just 1 minute. The community health workers, especially the Anganwadi, the community health workers, okay, especially in Telangana government and all that, the community health workers come and feed the pregnant women. Oh my God, pregnant and lactating women. So the nutrition has become the state's responsibility now, not the responsibility of only the mother and the family. So the movement of the community has become more important. Very quickly I will go see now. Okay, all these things have been covered. So I will tell you how we have done it. Okay. So this is my RKVK project on developing participatory Nutri garden in augmenting midday meal program in schools. 62 lakhs. Okay, this is the. See, look at the calculation. 300 grams per day per head into 200 days of school a child will attend. So that comes to about 12 tons of vegetables for 2 meals a day. Since in the school only 1 meal is covered, about 150 grams of vegetables should be good. Okay, and effectively for 8 months only Kharif and Rabi we grow because summer is a holiday for the school. So the productivity per acre, we are keeping all that. We have to produce about 10 to 12 tons per acre. So with this exercise we did, I will be showing you the photographs. So only on 10 guntas of land we have developed this one for the school of 300 children. And the rest, we have got 2 acres of land, we have kept it ready. I will show you the photographs right now. So 2 acres of land is kept ready for this nutrition garden. And we have also gone to this particular village, even every house, to have some sort of backyard kitchen garden and all that we have done. So we have a MOU with IIM and IHR is one of the partners. You can see Professor Gopal Nayak here, that is Professor Rishikesh Krishnan. We have an MOU, that is Dr. R.B. Tiwari, this is our director Dr. Murthy. So that is Dr. Narayan from Best Start. So we have tried to see how we can improve the nutrition of these school children. I very quickly go. So now I'll show you all this. Yeah. First of all, what we did is, see, look at how we are bringing motivation among our farmers. Wherever we go, Krishi Vigyan Kendra villages, we conduct meetings. Okay, we talk about nutrient-sensitive agriculture. Okay, and then we identify the locally available. These are the experiments we have done at Chetterley, and we have done the extension campaigns. And we try to promote our varieties, especially Arka Anupama in Palak. Okay, like that, each one is really fortified. So I have a long list. Of course, 1 hour is very short. So Arka Nikita, this particular Bendi is having a very high rich in iron and all that. See, now we have promoted this. Look at our leguminous crop. They come to flowering. So we have conducted field days. This is also a part of the extension worker. See, apart from the nutrition sensitive issues, not only promoting the variety, but also the extension workers should tell about the nutrient contents and bring awareness among the people. See, for example, I'll show you some of our extremely beautiful varieties. We have Arka Udiya, one of our mango varieties which is equivalent to Amrapali. 1 month of keeping quality, doesn't rot, I'll show you. It is a cross between this one. So like that, it is a cross between Neelam and Dasheri. Originally, when we talk about the Amrapali variety, that's how we bring crosses just to improve the nutrient status and nutrient qualities of the fruits and vegetables. See, this is, they have conducted field day on nutrition gardens. Okay. 1 minute. Then we demonstrate all our IHR varieties along with the nutrient status also. We highlight the people. People will see these are all many of the housewives and others teachers who come here. We highlight them what to use for which one. Whether some vegetable should be used as a salad or it should be cooked, or when you cook how much of nutrient is lost, when you don't cook how much of nutrient is preserved. Then what sort of biofortification, especially our Arka Nishant, we have a radish variety. Oh my God, I'll tell you, people are so convinced we are unable to supply the seeds. Okay, now we'll quickly go with this. Yeah, see now, this is the experiment which I have carried out personally. Okay, that's why this class is given to me. How to promote the extension advisory services. So first of all, I went to the school. I conducted class for the school children, 8th, 9th and 10th. This is the Nonavanikara village. Okay, this is how the plot looked like. On the right side you are seeing, this is the school building. This is 2 acres of land. This we cleared everything. We brought a tractor. I brought all the school chotos. Now look at these fellows here. So and all their PT period, their physical training period, I have motivated them. Then I went to the horticulture department. They gave about 18,000 rupees of subsidy, and I myself personally contributed. I said I don't want any dearness allowance DA when I go to field. I contributed. I gave them all this mulching sheets, and look at this green border. We have prepared this 2 feet by 2 feet bed and furrow. We have prepared here. We have also laid the drip irrigation. Some farmer, he contributed his tractor. He gave it free of cost. And driving this labor also free of cost. You can see all the chotos running here and there. Okay. And then this is now we have put some beans here, and look at this plastic mulch. This mulch we dibbled in the soil and we made holes, and this mulch was given by me because we had a very huge one which was about 6 feet long. So actually we wanted only a 3 feet mulch. So with about 2 feet by 2 feet bed and furrow we did, and we put all the drip in the furrow. Okay, so this is how it has been done, and look at how we have done. So total fencing. Remember, gentlemen, we have no government has given any money here. Please understand, this is what Extension Advisory Service used to tell. So when me and Madhu Prasad, we were learning extension, there used to be one Professor Setu Rao. So, in those days, the practical used to be conducted like that. So for each of us, one village was identified, and then me, Madhu Prasad, we were taken, and then I said, sir, what is the practical? Then Professor Setu Rao told, you will know it in 10 minutes. So they took a van, and then I was given a village called Sulibele. It's very near Devanadi, you can go there. So Madhu was given one village. Then we all asked, what should we do? He said, what should you do? Means you are an extension student. That is your practical. Go to the village, identify. It was a program planning course. So they said, you go to the village and you identify. And then we said, what about food? So Professor told, food and all we are not arranging. Extension worker should arrange his own food, motivate people and do it. So like that, that was very practical. I think the Madhu also knows this experience. So all this effort I have done individually, not taking anybody's money, gentlemen, please. I want every extension worker to follow. See, if everything government is giving, and if labor also government is giving, what is the role of Extension Advisory Service? So I got this mulch sheet I have given, no problem. So all Shramadhan students, my goodness, they are so motivated. You see in the previous slide, whenever I go, they are so curious. Sir, aden madbeku, iden madbeku, nanige helkodi, and they run here, So these people even did not know what is a bed and furrow. Look how we have made here. See, you should motivate people. Once you motivate people, the movement will take place. See, even extension is no less than a freedom movement. So we say extension is a very silent movement. So I tell many people, you don't give me any DA, don't give me any travel allowance. You simply give me a place. Okay, you don't even need to give chair. I will generate my own food. I will generate my own income. I will do extension work. I don't want even salary. Many times I know how to sustain myself. I think all my extension workers, whether Madhu or anybody, we know how to sustain. And you give us a village, we will do the rest of the job. That's all. Only you have to give an ID card. That's more than enough. Rest we will do. So we have done this one, and We have also the stakes, this tomato crop requires a lot of staking because these are very heavy bearers. So we have both determinate and indeterminate type. So I have tried to use some indeterminate type here. These are all IHR varieties, and drip also is laid out. The entire thing is done by our EAS, our boys, through participatory approach. So don't think we got lot of funds and we got 100 rupees and we spent 10 rupees. No, we did not get anything, but we have spent, and we have. These are all testimony to the fact. This shows the success of an extension worker. Okay, so we have done this, beautifully planted. Even the weeds are removed by students. See now, how I'll tell you how this 300 students we divided. Banu, you should know this. See, in 300 students, we have 150 girls, 150 boys, 8th, 9th and 10th. So everybody will be having a PT period every day. Then these 8th, 9th, 10th boys and girls are a bit dangerous. They may predate and parasitize on each other. So we made the girl group separate and boys group separate. So then we have asked these fellows to go in groups. So we have allotted weeding for somebody. Then one group we have allotted drip irrigation. They should check the funnels and clean the nozzles and all that. That is one of their jobs. Okay, now even for harvesting, recently we had put it in groups, and throughout, whenever the harvest comes, okay, it is used continuously for the midday meal. This is the first season. So we have planted in such a way that every day you get some vegetables of different varieties and different vegetables. So this is what we have done. It's all purely by the children, the teachers. We involve the biology. See, here in this nutrition garden concept, I wish to tell my participants here. See, suppose, people learn mathematics, they learn biology, they learn chemistry, everything. See, when I tell that what is vitamin C and what is citric acid and all that, they learn chemistry. Then, even I asked them, see, 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. So now, what is 1 acre? What is the difference between guntas and how many guntas make an acre? All this comes under mensuration. People learn mathematics. They learn trigonometry. So it is learning by doing, and seeing is believing. See, don't think rural area people will not understand all this. They are more intelligent in maths as compared to our urban area fellows. Urban area fellows are highly pampered and they know only how to operate a mobile phone, nothing beyond that. So even if you ask, where is the snake? They will Google and say, sir, the snake is right under your bed. So after 1 hour he says. So this is the knowledge dependency and less of common sense. Our rural area children have more of common sense and more of ground to earth knowledge, we say. So this has been done. See, look at this boy, the school is over and this boy is still in the field. One day his parents came searching, where is this fellow? So he has got attached so much with this nutrition garden. You see, he is checking the weeds even in between the plants. I told there is mulch here, the weed will not come. But he said, illa sir, mulch kelgadame enara weed bandidiyo ena nanu nodtini. Like that this boy said. So many times, people get interested. So this is what I wish to say. And people put certain sand also. And every time they see the drips are very important because when the drip is laid out, look at the drip is laid out here. And especially if some nozzles are clogged, they will try to remove the clog. And they take actually a small toothbrush, their your normal toothbrush. See, these are all sensitivities in extension. They clean the nozzle with the toothbrush. Superb, we have brought this movement. So you should all emulate these experiments. See here, and see, this is the main pipe, the main feeder pipe which is coming from the bore, and from here the laterals have shot up. So we have already put the drips here, and the spacing is done. Again, school students checking. So you should motivate them and give here. So already this we have already showed you, and look at this soil and water. See, especially we are trying to, through school children and participation, we are trying to improve the soil organic matter content. Of course, we are also using Bijamrita, and then we are using Dasparni, and trying to, we have asked the students to collect all the cow dung, and then there is a compost pit there. Okay, I'll just show you where it was. See on the, 1 minute. On this right side, we have made a compost pit. So students, whenever they come from home or anything, whenever they see cow dung, they will try to lift it in a paper and start dumping there, and they have developed their own compost pit. See, this is how we have made this nutrition garden, both for midday meal scheme. So trying to increase the availability, the access and utilization, we already discussed it. And people are also learning more of biology, chemistry, mensuration. So it will also help the 8th, 9th and 10th standard. So they said, sir, we never knew that 1 acre is 2,500 square meter. Okay. So then 10 guntas. What is 1 gunta? So like that, they have learned a lot of mensuration. And then I said, what is the perimeter of, see, for example, very important, I will tell you one. See, we wanted to calculate the fence. So this is in a 10 gunta area. So then the length is 40 meters, the width is 30 meters. So I asked the simple question to our children. You see, man, the length is 40 meters, the width is 30 meters. So how much of the fence you require if this is 6 feet high? So very quickly they calculated twice of the length in length plus breadth. That is the perimeter. So 40 plus 30 plus 30 plus 40. So 80 plus 60. So 80 plus 60 came to 140. 140 meter of the fence we required. Oh yeah, they learned mensuration. That's it. You ask the urban area fellow. See, many times, in extension we say abstract knowledge versus concrete knowledge. That's called the Edgar Dale cone of experience. See, when we teach, this nutrition garden is not only to give nutrients, but also to bring awareness. This is what every extension worker is a teacher. He has to bring awareness. See, these are all concrete examples. Simply by showing slide and models, you don't understand. But when I say that I have done this practically, अभी तो आपके मन में घुस गया है. अरे भाई देखो ऐसा करते हैं लोग. So this is how we have to put the entire technology into action and not make extension or this role of extension advisory service as a theoretical concept. Please, you should be very, very careful in that. So all these things we did. So nutrition knowledge, we have also tried to improve the competencies of extension workers, especially their skill. See, for example, handling school children is a difficult exercise, let me tell you. People will be jumping. See, in the first day when I went, all the school children fellows were jumping and we have just then plowed the land. See, I'll show you what these fellows were doing. So you are very difficult to control this. Now, school children are just like monkeys, they jump. See here, they started playing jutata. I said, bloody fellows, I am making 2 feet by 2 feet bund and furrow. Why are you spoiling the bund? Suddenly, the soil became very loose and, they started jumping and all that. I said, see, from these jumping students, I will make you very serious nutrition garden students. And you should first have discipline and not spoil the bund and furrow. A lot of such things. I guided them, and then 2-3 times I even shouted at them. I said, I am not, I am a professor for teaching scientists and all that, not to teach small children like you fellows. I don't like you. So then they became disciplined and then they started listening. See, like that, you have to bring all this. Extension worker should bring this discipline and this knowledge and skill. He should impart, not by doing one method demonstration, standing on the stage and taking a mic and speaking. That is not extension. Extension is by the people, of the people, along with the people. It is like democracy. Through a highly participatory approach, you should feel. Extension is the only subject where you can feel. And the next subject is economics, because you can feel the money. क्या हो गया? क्या link चला गया क्या? 1 minute. What happened? The link has gone, right? Link ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲೋ. The link went up. I am rejoining again. Hello. Are you able to hear me, sir? Hello. happened? Suddenly, yeah, suddenly the link went off. I'll continue. ಅಲ್ಲ ಇವರೇ ಇದು ಭಾನುವಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಹೊರಟೋಯ್ತು ಕಣ್ರಿ.
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಅದೇ ಈಗ ಬಂತು. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಅದಾಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಣ. ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 2 slides ಅಷ್ಟೇ. It's all right, no problem, no problem. हाँ ठीक है, नहीं कोई बात नहीं. अभी वो लिंक आ गई है, मैं कर रहा हूँ. अच्छा प्रीति दावे जी, अच्छा हाँ दावे जी सुनिए ना. So now we'll quickly conclude our talk. So role of extension advisory service is both bottom up and top down. You have to give information dissemination, you have to arrange for funds, which I have done, and you have to build political willingness. We have involved both the MLA, the school also, the community health worker. We have imparted training. Okay, we have got some funds from both horticulture department and students have given 20 rupees each. My goodness, I know I started crying. So immediately I donated my entire earnings. I gave 5,000 rupees, whatever I got DA, I gave it away to them. See, that sort of a movement has to come from the extension side, obviously from the ministerial collaboration. Now today we are having the RKVK project, especially nutrition-sensitive garden. They are also giving lot of things, but everything is available. You have to bring it in one place and create social action. Today in extension, social action is missing. You are having all gadgets. Gadgets alone will not bring action. A simple extension teacher like VK Jarrao cannot be replaced by XYZ. I am a fellow who talks with experience and with emotions. Simply showing slide, you cannot deliver the lecture, that's all. So anyway, all these things, this is the concluding slide. Okay. At an individual level, the diet has to be done. Food access, obviously, where it is available. Okay, most of our requirement can be grown in our kitchen garden. Today, even in urban areas, let me tell you, Preeti ji, even in urban areas, people have come with cocoaponics. They use cocoa peat and then they are using this tower. Okay, I'll show you that how that vegetable towers can come. I'll just show you 1 minute. I'll finish all these things. So this is the last slide. So you can motivate both at the local level and even at the other level. Okay, now I will quickly show you how without soil also you can develop. I'll just show you one. Just see, very, very important.
Hydroponics, sir?
No, not hydroponics. I'll show you just 1 minute. Just okay. It is there in my WhatsApp, so I'll just show you. I saw in the morning. Today morning only I saw. When we want it, we don't. Just morning I saw. It was a beautiful one. I wanted to save it suddenly. Hello, not enough. Just I saw. See, we simply have towers you can read. Just give me 1 minute. I'll get it.
No problem.
It was a beautiful one, man. I very good note there. I just saw it. Just Anyway, see, I'm telling you 1 minute. Where is it? Yeah, see, okay, I'm not getting it. Just I see, I remember. The class is over. Just 2 minutes.
Have you ever seen plants grow like this? There's no need for soil or even hydroponic tanks. These roots are just dangling in hollow tubes.
See here, the hollow tubes. It's called aeroponics. You don't require any soil
to absorb nutrients using only water and open air. And this surprising approach can save huge amounts of water and space compared to traditional farming practices, allow crops to grow in areas lacking resources or arable land, and even create more nutrient-dense produce. To learn more about this exciting field, BuzzFeed News reached out to Agronomy Tower Farms to get the inside scoop on vertical farming.
There are so many Indian experiences I can tell you.
The roots are hanging in the air. There is a reservoir at the base, which is filled with water.
You require less water, less
There is
nutrients.
a little pump inside that reservoir, which basically helps the water to go all the way on top of the tower, and then it drizzles down back onto the roots on its way back down, so the water goes
Whether
back
our
to the
extension
reservoir.
workers have this awareness?
The roots that are hanging in the air, they have 100%.
See, everything is not about soil. Everything is
So
not
it
soil.
changes the whole
Even in
paradigm
IHL.
of farming, because instead of us giving the right amount of nutrients to each plant, it's each plant that decides how much nutrients they need, because they have enough oxygen for that to be a reality.
Cocoponics, they use simply our cocoa
This
peat.
technology
No
is
soil.
that it's extremely versatile. We can do it outdoors, we can have them inside the greenhouse, or we
Double
can even have
farming.
them indoors, just only
Highly
with
intensive
lights.
and
It doesn't matter that your climate is like this, doesn't matter the soil is being deprived
don't
from
think this is very
nutrients or
costly.
that you don't have water. We can produce right on the spot. Before I did this, I had an organic farm between California and Hawaii for 29 years. But in today's climate conditions, it doesn't matter how good you are. That's one of the reasons why I exceeded conventional farming, because the last year I was involved in farming 1 week of extreme heat, just 1 week in February, and we lost just 82% of our strawberry production.
Yeah, so now, okay, very quickly, I will close this, I'll stop sharing and then, no, we will, yeah. See now, dear friends, the role of extension worker is threefold. Let me conclude very quickly. One is your awareness. Second thing is how best you can bring the locally available materials at a lesser cost with people's participation. How are you going to bring this nutrition knowledge? We told you access, availability and intake. All the three has to be increased. So this does not require much money. It requires only your awareness. You know, we say ITA model. Awareness, interest, trial and adoption. As compared to the Rogers model, the KPDC model. Knowledge, persuasion, decision and confirmation. So you have to bring these people. But today, you know, many of our the so-called extension services, ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ DA ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. See, if you go on giving excuses, you will never work. Same thing whether you do it for your own children. You will search for food, you will search for seat, you will search for a good school. Why don't you show the same interest with your clients? So anyway, these are all the things. So three things, the carry home lesson, Banuji, for all these people. improving access, improving awareness, okay, bringing people's participation and movement. I have already shown you these examples. I am not saying that I am a very good extension worker. There are thousands of people like me. You can definitely do it, and even without money also you can do it. See, after all, Gandhiji did not take TADA to bring the freedom movement, or there are so many good things happening around. Nobody is given TADA and a vehicle from the university, okay? They do it like that. So many times you won't believe, even permission is denied to me. Why you want to go? Many times I have applied leave and gone. See, that is how the motivation should work. Whether you will emulate me or you will emulate XYZ, simply by having knowledge, it is like a vector and scalar. I think the engineering physics fellows will know. We all are scalar quantity, we don't have direction. The difference between a scalar and vector is, in vectors, it has got both force and magnitude and direction. So in extension is a vector. All other subjects are scalar. That means they produce technology, but they do not know in which direction it has to be put. So here is VK Rao and Professor Madhu Prasad. We are the extension fellows. We will tell you where to put the technology. We are vectors. Vectors means not that insect vector. This is physics vector. Please, you should be very careful with English when I speak, because I cut across disciplines and speak. Because my entire family, they are all physics and engineering fellows. I am the only agriculture fellow, that too extension. My father was a chemical engineering professor, so I speak this language. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity. I sincerely thank Professor Madhu, and a great opportunity to meet him. Whenever I get chance to meet all my classmates, I don't miss the chance. I come to GKVK, I come. So Madhu is my very close friend, even from BSc AG days. So we are eating together also, and that day I missed Madhu. He did not come for lunch. Although there was an invitation, he was busy with some meeting. We could not have lunch with him. So next time when you make this online class or offline class, I think Madhu, we will have lunch next time. Okay? So nice. And yeah. Madhu, now the session is open for discussion. You can ask questions, please. Now it is open. 5 minutes. We'll take.
Thank you so much, sir, for a very wonderful and very informative session. And we all enjoyed your sessions with your experience of extension, teaching and research. We have translated this knowledge into such a nice actions. We are all motivated by your session. And I think it is the same opinion of all our participants also. And I request participants to give feedback. If they have any doubts, they can just ask. Unmute yourself and you can just.
Yeah, please ask. See everything. See, there is a very famous Sanskrit saying, "Udyamena vahe siddhyanti karyani cha manorataihi nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe murgaha." That means when a lion is sleeping, unless it gets up and does some industrial work and hunts, it cannot get food. Similarly, extension, simply by showing slides, you cannot do extension work. Udyamena vahai isiddhyanti karyani cha manorataihi. You have to bring it in action. See, after all, a biotechnology fellow will slice a gene and create a variety. It is me and Madhu Prasad who have to take it to the field, train the people, transfer of learning, bring it into action and convert it into 328 million metric tons in horticulture. Suppose you will remember, if extension system is not there, no green revolution, no white revolution, no blue revolution, no evergreen revolution. Of course, we are not asking them to give us any kirita and honor, and we don't want all those things. Okay, if you simply give us people, we will do the job. We don't want even salary. We will create our own food, and we are like photosynthesis. We are like plants. You need not give even salary. We can create our own food in villages. We will find out an accommodation. We will do it. Bharat Unnat Abhiyan. क्यों है? मैं करूँगा. अच्छा, now please ask questions, sir. Please. Please. This Akshata, she's a horticulture student. She was in 99th focus. Huh? Akshata, Amma? No. She's from ICR?
Akshata?
No, sir.
ಅಚ್ಚಾ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕ್ಷತ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಕ್ಷತ ಅಂತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳು. ಓಕೆ. ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಜಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ವೈ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್?
Hello, sir. Actually, I just would like to thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session, so live, so inspiring. Sir, I am from food and nutrition subject, but it was so good and so inspiring. I thought I will start this kind of work at my college also, and I really thankful, sir,
Yeah,
to you for sharing your experiences with us.
See, and one more thing is,
Start your video, Dr. Preeti. Start your video.
you can start the video. Let me see all your beautiful faces. I see so many 20. Yeah,
All participants, please open your video.
yeah. Anyway,
What happens now, sir? Most will be logging in through their mobiles.
yeah,
So it
okay.
is
No, they may have a bandwidth
problem
issue.
with it.
One last thing I am trying to tell you here. An extension service provider, an extension worker is not for salary. Salary everybody will get. But some people are misfits in extension. They should not have come to this subject. So very rightly, my friends used to say, when me, Madhu, we all joined extension, only some are suitable for the subject. Others will come and take salary and go. What is the point when you are not interested? See, when some are not interested, अरे कौन करेगा? They will only theory, action, theory. Why? अरे people did not give me DA, they did not give vehicle, I did not get promotion. क्या जिंदगी प्रमोशन में रुकी है का? नहीं रुकी है. अगर हमको जीने का एक सहारा मिल गया, बस वही काफी हो गया. अरे एक्सटेंशन काम करने के लिए जोत से जोत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो. सो वही अगर लोगों के साथ मिलने का एक मौका मिल गया है, बस वही एक दुनिया का दस्तूर करो उसको, और उसको एक मोटिवेशन फोर्स बना दो. बस लोगों से मिलते मिलते साथ चलते चलते कारवां बन जाती है. अगर आपको मेरी हिंदी समझ में आ रही है तो ये बहुत हो गया, क्योंकि मैं देखो मैं कन्नड़ वाला आदमी हूँ, इतना बढ़िया हिंदी बोलता हूँ. माँ हिंदी टीचर की जुबान पे तो लकीर हिंदी भी खींच के गई है. वो महासरस्वती का पुत्र हूँ मैं. सो ऐसे मित्रों, हमारा एटीट्यूड को बदलना होगा. नॉट नॉलेज एंड स्किल एनीबडी विल गिव यू. But what is the point when, not having the attitude? There is a saying that great wars were won by very small armies. You don't require a huge army if you have a very beautiful attitude, especially with Chhatrapati Shivaji and all that. How with a small army they are able to defeat 2 extension workers. Me and Madhu are enough to change the entire landscape. I am proud. See, I was actually a pathology minor and microbiology major long back. Afterwards, I came to extension by choice. I said only 2 subjects. Either it should be extension or it should be economics. Because these are called as feeling sciences. Extension you can feel. Economics will also you can feel in the pocket because it pinches your pocket. In extension, when I speak to people, मैं उनके रग रगों में, उनके दिल में मैं तरंग भिजा सकता हूँ. क्या आप लोग भिजा सकते हो? वो एक्सटेंशन होता है. See, electricity cannot be seen, okay, but it can be felt. हवा को आप छू नहीं सकते, आप देख नहीं सकते, but हवा को आप एहसास कर सकते हो. Similarly, extension cannot be seen. It should be. See, seeing is what? I will take 20,000 photographs and upload it on the YouTube and say I did a good extension work. No, people will feel VK Jara, people will feel Madhu Prasad, people will feel this Banu. People are our testimony. They say, sir, वो आए हैं, बहार आए हैं, आने से उसके आए बहार, जाने से उसके जाए बहार, बड़ी मस्तानी है. सो ये है मित्रों एक्सटेंशन. सो आप ऐसा कृपया हमारे हर एक्सटेंशन सर्विस प्रोवाइडर को मोटिवेट करने की कोशिश कीजिएगा, और उसको दे शुड फील एक्सटेंशन, नॉट शोइंग ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಫೀಲ್. VK Jara ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರ್ರಿ ಅವರು, ಅಯ್ಯೋ 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 ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಅವನ ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ ನಿಲ್ಸೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಈ ಬಾನವರು. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನಪ್ಪ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ 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 ಅಂತ. ಸಿ, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಫೀಲ್. ಸಿ, ಒನ್ ಫೆಲೋ who can speak and who can motivate. Don't think I am the only fellow. There are thousands of fellows. They will make you feel extension, and they will make you to join extension. So you'll forget all your enterprise. See, knowledge today we can get in Google, man, what is there? But can you bring a social action? You're seeing so many, movements. 20 fellows you cannot put together in a meeting. Come on, when we go, minimum 30-40 fellows should come. क्या बोलते हैं प्रीति जी? क्या लोगों को इकट्ठा करना उतना आसान है का? लोगों को इकट्ठा नहीं कर सकते. आप चाहे तो 1000 फोटोग्राफ खींच के YouTube में अपलोड करके आप बोल सकते हो कि मैंने बहुत बढ़िया एक्सटेंशन किया है, बट लोग जानते हैं भाई, लोग जानते हैं. सी, सांप को देखे या ना देखे. यस, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर.
Yes, sir. Dr. Sekhar Naik from University of Mysore.
Okay.
We stood together one classmate, and I worked here as a head of the Department of Food Science and Nutrition in the University of Massachusetts. It was wonderful to hear you, sir. It was a great inspiration to all the youngsters, particularly the extension worker who wanted to join as a community builder, what we call it as a community funds, take initiative and all the interest, and they can go to the community and they can build a wonderful community as you have mentioned. Your slides are extraordinary and your work became appreciated and understood you are a down to earth. The second one is that you have contributed a lot to the community, community in common people as you have been to the schools and you have made much more to the school children to be a midday meal program, making a kitchen garden, and we call it as a new garden. So it was a wonderful presentation by you, sir. Your experience shows, and that you have been to the people. Such people are very rare in seeing such human service, and service mode of people will do each type of activity and they can present better way. That is the communication skill. Once people do have interest, they can learn the communication and they can transfer the technology which is being developed at the lab and it can be reached to the field. But sad things are there, and you know that our people, how many percentage of people working like you. It is a very rare, we can count it with the figures. So that is the scenario. The people now, they are looking, the student mindset. What type of job they are going to get? White collar job and money-making job. The people are looking and they are selecting the profession also like that. And we don't know where we are going to land. And you have been trained by the senior people like so many extension workers. And you have learned yourself, you have sculptured yourself to be a very extension worker and it shows your presentation. It is really appreciable, sir. And we put forward your contribution to the farming community or the community which is required. So we know that the more kitchen garden which was in the back end, none of the kitchen gardens on the roof of the buildings. We put the rooftop in something which is being there. But still, the extension workers which are being recruited by the government, all the jobs which are being given by the public agencies like government field, and they need to learn from you, and you are just like a model. And really, one of it is a great person which we have to the training program, and we thank for bringing such a very good the variator who should reach the people, and that would be extension worker, the young extension worker, which is needed, and we need to look forward such kind of people in future, but we need to try. But unfortunately, the interest from the student side and the motivational how much can give a motivation for side as a teacher. Student has to take part and do the work like and really needs to recognize and thanks for giving a wonderful talk.
Thank you. Anyway,
Thank you very much.
yeah, the last statement from my side before I leave the meeting. See, today, Professor Nayak made a very good statement. Why the youngsters are not getting motivated into these fields? See, one thing is, obviously, like the David McClelland model, there are some intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. People want money, people want style of life, people want status. See, people want to buy the luxuries and comfort. See, of course, we have all become like this. Maybe even we may be interested from our young age, but nobody, given a chance. The first motivator is money. The second motivator is, see, self-actualization coming in the Maslow's hierarchy is at a later stage. So people will try to do philanthropy, then they will do CSR, corporate social responsibility at later years. But at the initial years, it is only the basic instincts. Okay, food, clothing, shelter, and then you have the security needs and money and job. So that's how our youngsters are motivated. But the time has come, and I think right at the moment we are getting a lot of youngsters, even in very nice, tough environments also, people are motivated. So people should not think that doing extension and social service is the last option. And the first option is only to become a software engineer and earn more money. It's all right. We are not blaming the people for earning the money and all that. But there is enough awareness now, I can say. Just like, we brought the freedom movement. We had all those movements. And extension as a movement, we have come with the green revolution, the evergreen revolution. And today with the new extension reform, the SREP, and now it is all farm to fork, and many such things have come. So there is a great future and scope for extension, and I feel this is the only subject where you can see, you can feel, you can act, you can interact, and ever react. Thank you very much. So nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
It was a very wonderful session, and on behalf of the University of Agricultural Sciences and Manage Hyderabad, I profusely thank you, sir, for giving us insight into the role of advisory, extension advisory service to bring change in the nutrition field and also agriculture and other fields to implement this nutrition sensitive agriculture. We all enjoyed your session, sir. Thank you very much. And we will move to the next session now.
I'm leaving the meeting. Madhu, I'm leaving the meeting. Okay. Next time I'll catch you up and we'll have lunch next time. Bye. Okay. तू धूप सुने